Welcome back to the new year at SMKR. This is your host, Steve. Up next is the NY 3D Creations Celine Kyle Arkham Knight Catwoman. This is the latest technology out there for 3D printing, and this is a fantastic 1/8 scale figure sculpted by Sanex. The fine folks over at NY 3D Creations sent me this sample to show to you. She is beautifully sculpted, beautifully rendered, and a master as far as 3D printing. Very impressed with the quality of this 3D printing. It is the latest technology from SLA printers, and it's just fantastic. Go ahead and give you a closer view of some of the parts here. There's a total of 13 parts. So let's look at them a little closer. Here's a very nice rendering, very nice sculpt of Celine Kyle, and fantastic. The quality here is a lot better than what I've seen with even with my own 3D printer that I have, which is a PLA type of printer, and no lines, no visible lines at all can be found in this. And her headdress mounts in here, and this kit here does take a little bit of sanding. Down on the bottom here is where there were some supports that were removed during the printing process, and as you can see, it's easily sandable. This resin is very easily sandable and adjusted to your needs. They do make it to where they give you tabs where you can make the adjustments and mount these on with each other. So it's going to take a little bit of sanding and adjustments for that to happen, but very, very nicely done here. This is like a kit, model kit, versus when you just buy a regular resin sculpt. Usually those are already put together. You might have to throw some arms or something on them, but this one right here, it's in sections. Measures around 11 inches total in length. So we can see here's her bottom torso area, and just like from the cartoon of Arkham Knight Catwoman, she represents that very well. This resin does take nicely to any kind of primers that you may want to use. If you want to use the Tamiya primers, the Badger Stynol Res works great for that, or any of your other primers, automotive primers, will work fine with this. And upper torso area. The arms themselves are separate here. As such. Very nicely represented here. And the little parts here that you see is easily removed with some alcohol and a cotton swab. And I'd recommend you do that as a prep before you paint this, to remove any release components that are within the resin. But very nice. I haven't had any problems with primers sticking to this at all. Her hands are finely sculpted too. These are very impressive, even down to the nails. See the detail here with her nails on the hands? Fantastic. I mean, wow. Very impressive. So this is definitely if you're into figures, I recommend NY 3D Creations. You can find a lot of their kits available on eBay, and I will put a link below for his eBay store where you can purchase these from. Also, if you go to Facebook, you can join the Facebook group and put a request in. I'll put a link down to the Facebook group, and you have access to all the figures he has available, and so I do highly recommend them. So here's a nice representation of the whip that she uses. Pretty cool. And her goggles. So this is pretty neat where these are totally separate, and you don't really have to use them if you don't want to. If you don't want to put them on her head, there's no need to do it. And there you have it. This was the 1/8 scale Selina Kyle, the Arkham Knight Catwoman, sculpted by Sanix from NY 3D Creations. Happy modeling, everybody, and Happy New Year.